We're going in the library, folks. We're going in the library for the first time since March 11th. So we'll see how that goes. Good morning, guys. As you saw, we made breakfast. We have eaten it. My guts are a disaster still. Hopefully that'll get better, but we are, I don't know what's going on behind me. We are heading to pick up a Target order. They're gonna bring it out to my car, and then we're going in the library, folks. We're going in the library for the first time since March 11th. So we'll see how that goes. Alright guys, we went on our library trip. What did you think about the library as it is now? What's different? What's the same?
Well, now if you touch a book and you don't want it, you have to put, there's a bin you have to put in it and stuff, and you have to wear a mask, but you can still just keep books and stuff. So it's basically so good.
So I did notice that only the children's department had the bins where if you touch it, you have to put it in the bin. We did for one book. I kept my hands like super soaked and wet with sanitizer if I had to like tip a book out a slight bit to show the cover.
That should be safe too.
I think it's because children under 10 are not required to wear a mask. We mask everybody, but they're not required, so I think that is why on the children's side, if you touch a book, you might have breathed on it.
Be safe, adults.
The adults are safe. They're wearing their masks. They're not allowed in without a mask. Go backwards and then forwards when you do that. All right, I have to take the stroller because he can barely function, so. Hi guys, we are getting ready for bed. Excuse me while I clean up some clothes. I can't really show that little dude because he is commando at the moment, Starkers. I was giving him a preliminary haircut, just like scissoring it all down. He loves this undercut, so the top is still long, but I'm probably gonna clean it up with some razor work with my husband's newer clippers. We just don't have a lot of time. We went for a walk after dinner. My husband and Sebastian and I, he wanted to see if his rocks were still there, or our rocks. And I actually pulled out a perler bead kit that makes this really cool T-Rex in orange, purple, yellow, and then a black background. I'll have to show you guys tomorrow. Sebastian instantly said, "Oh, this is mine," even though it's like, I think 14 and up skill level of following this chart on this huge perler bead setup. So my husband so kindly was going ahead and telling him now put 5 blacks, now 2 yellows and stuff like that, row by row. So after our walk he did some more of that, and then he requested funny animal videos. If I'm blinking a lot, it's because I think I got one of his little wispy hairs in my eye and it feels gross. Yeah, they were watching funny dog videos. So it was like 9:20 when I got him up here, so now it's like 9:40. I'm letting him play in a little bucket of soapy water. That's our tradition. When I'm giving my haircut, he gets to sit on a towel and play with soapy water. Anyway, our big event of the day was we went to the library. And when I say we went to the library, we went inside the library for the first time and since March 11th, the day before we went into lockdown. One of the very last things I did when I realized what was happening and that it could be any second that we went into lockdown was go to the library immediately after his early morning class, and then we went from there straight to the thrift store. I never do those two things on the same day, but I did that day. We got a great many of these dino toys that day and a bunch of library books, a ton that we ended up keeping for 2.5 months. About a month ago, they opened up curbside pickup. They still have it. We're going to be using it this week because a bunch of Jax's book came in right after we were there. But we went in today, as you saw. So my thoughts were they're doing a really good job, but I do need to be the hands for my kids. Hold on. What, baby?
I'm gonna put my hands up.
You're done? Okay, I'll be right there. They're doing a really good job with the setup. In the kids section, where children are not required to wear a mask if they're under 10, that's just what Virginia has mandated. I require my kids to wear masks. I mean, one is 10 now, but Sebastian wears his mask. He's 4. He's been very good at it. Even when he was 3, he just changed to 4. So I saw most kids wearing them. There weren't too many people there, but there was a family that had some girls, and at least the youngest was just running all over the place without her adult and no mask. So I wasn't super thrilled with that. And if it was a busier day, not a Monday morning, I maybe would have just turned around and left. But there weren't too many people. There were directional arrows that we just kept forgetting about. There was nobody there, and we were just like, oh, and we need to go here. We were taking turns. I would lead Sebastian around, and then Jax was leading us to his sections. I'll be there in a minute, baby. He's ready to be done. So I'm gonna be really fast. Yeah, so that part was tripping us up, and we need to be better about that if there's anybody there, but there was nobody there. Everybody had moved on. Checkout was still the same. We could use the computers. It just sanitized a lot. There was a station right when we got in with our favorite librarian who runs all the homeschool programs, or did when we were allowed to have homeschool programs. She was sitting there with information and masks in case anybody forgot their masks. So yeah, we were there and it was the same but different. Very, very empty. Normally a weekday in the summer is madhouse with lots and lots of camps and craziness. And no, it was pretty empty. So we would do it again, but this week we're just gonna go and pick up with the curbside for the rest of our books that come through. Anyway, I'm done with his haircut for now until we shave it, and he's done with his hand bath and waiting for me to clean off the suds. So we are going to say goodnight. Stay. I can only show your face. Looking a lot cuter, less scruffy. Look that way so they see the back. So yeah, I need to shave it down a lot, but I cut off so much length. I'll take a picture, turn it back around. No, too far. Okay, I took a picture. I'll show you in a sec. We're gonna say goodnight. Say goodnight, everyone.
Good night.
Stay healthy, stay safe, and don't forget.
Wash your hair.
Wash your hands. You've got the soapy hands. Show them those bubble hands. Wash those hands just like that.